What you see on the screen is the Edmonton Oilers record back on November 9th, 2023. They were 2-9-1. They were 31st in the NHL. They had just fired Jay Woodcroft, and all hope was lost in oil country. But after tonight's massive 6-2 win over the Colorado Avalanche, the Oilers have officially clinched a playoff spot, and this is incredibly exciting. I am so happy after the start the Oilers had this season with firing Woodcroft and Manson, being second last in the league, looking like that, they just weren't going to turn the season around. I could not be happier to have been proven wrong by everyone on that team, from Ken Holland all the way down to the players on the ice, and then Chris Knobloch. What can I say? Just an unbelievable head coach. He completely turned this team around when I thought it wouldn't be possible. You can go back and find videos from when I first started this YouTube channel. I was not positive with this team at all. I was saying the season's done. I think it was after a loss against the Florida Panthers or Carolina Hurricanes. I did not like Edmonton's chances at all. Now, in saying that, I'm so happy to be proven wrong. I do come across as negative sometimes, but the Oilers tonight, they showed they can beat literally anybody in the NHL, and the way they responded after that game against the Dallas Stars, this right here shows that they can be the best team in the Western Conference, and they can be the team to beat, and they will be the team to beat this spring. I guarantee it. Now, let's get into the post-game recap. Hello, everyone. My name is Austin. If you're new to the channel, how's it going? I do YouTube videos, Oiler videos daily. So if that's your thing, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. Let's jump into the recap here. First period, Perry with a good chance early, and then he ends up scoring just a couple minutes in. He tips in a nurse shot from the point, and Corey Perry, he was all over it tonight. He was getting beat up on the ice, off the ice. He was just having a rough go, but I love his game. And that whole third line with McLeod, Perry, and Kane, they had an absolutely terrific game. And if they play like that consistently, that is going to be a very tough line to stop once the playoffs get going. Ekholm then levels Rantanen, absolutely destroys him. And then Bouchard alone in front just misses high, 2-on-1 with Hyman. Oilers didn't get a power play. Avalanche with too many men. It was a great fast-paced start to the game for Edmonton. The Avalanche were very aggressive on the penalty kill. Oilers didn't get much going, and that was the story tonight for the Oilers power play. They ended up going over 5. Colorado went over 3 on theirs, so this was a penalty kill duel whenever a team was shorthanded, so credit to the penalty kill units on the Oilers here as well. CC with a good defensive play. Derek Ryan draws another power play for Edmonton. It was a great fourth line shift, and I like the fourth line tonight too. I thought Derek Ryan had his best game of the season. He didn't contribute on the score sheet, but his play on the penalty kill, timely face-offs, clearing the puck when he needed to, drawing penalties. Derek Ryan had a superb game after not being in the lineup for a couple games here. Drouin then ties the game after the Oilers power play on a one-timer from McKinnon, and then Georgiev stops Bouchard on another good chance. Oilers then take a penalty after a good cycle in Colorado zone. CC hits the post on a short-handed opportunity. Skinner makes a good save on the power play. Nuge was on the ice for the entire kill against the Colorado Avalanche, and he played great. Very gritty shift for Nugent Hopkins. He was very good on the penalty kill tonight. And then Ross Colton with a power move makes it 2-1 Avalanche. Oilers had such a good start. They couldn't score on their 2 power plays. Colorado storms back. They take a 2-1 lead, but that did not stop Edmonton from continuing to push the play in this game. CC gets called for a trip, but then they immediately reversed it because he obviously did not touch the Colorado player with his stick, so no penalty. And then Connor McDavid ties it on a wraparound late in the period. Draisaitl's 100th point of the season. Very happy for Leon Draisaitl. That is his 5th 100-point season. Active players to have 100-point seasons. I think he's just behind Sidney Crosby, who has 6, and Connor McDavid, who has 7. 2-2 after the first, but the shot clock and the expected goals were very much in favor of the Oilers. The shots were 16-6 Edmonton, and the expected goals were 1.6 to 0.4 in favor of the Oilers. Now, I had wrote on Twitter that was one of the best 20 minutes I had seen the Oilers play, and as long as they kept that up, this team was going to be very successful tonight. In the second, the Oilers had good 2 shots early in close, third line with a good shift, and then Ekholm levels Rantanen for the second time time in the game, and this time Rantanen would not return. It was a clean hit. Rantanen has some injury history there. It's always tough to see a player leave the game with an injury, but he did not return. Johnson tried to fight Ekholm, and Ekholm at that point in the game, it's 2-2. You don't want to give any momentum to the Colorado Avalanche. He didn't go. Johnson gets a penalty for trying to instigate a fight. Oilers get a power play. Draisaitl just misses, and then Skinner stopped Wood on a shorthanded breakaway, which was a key part of the game, and that was a bit of a turnaround. And Stuart Skinner, just like he has all season, it seems like he gives up a couple shaky goals in the first period, but then he absolutely locks it down the rest of the game. You love to see that from your starting goaltender. We just like to clean up some of those shaky goals in the first period, though. Then Ekholm scores to make it 3-2, so not only does he take Rantanen out of the game with a big hit, he also contributes on the goal, the score sheet. 3-2. It was a rebound off Lekkonen's skate and in. Georgiev all night was having trouble with his rebound control as well. And then the Oilers get a power play. Draisaitl with his 500th career assist on the Ekholm goal. So Draisaitl hits 100 points on the season, and he gets his 500th career assist as well. 2 big milestones, and he's looking for his 40th goal of the year as well, which he will get very soon, I'm sure. Draisaitl hits the post on this power play. Then Georgiev robs him again. Power play was 0-for-4 at this point, and then Brown is hit with an errant puck while he was on the bench. It cut up his lip, but he did end up returning to the game. Mittelstadt then gets robbed on a bad turnover by Henrique and Skinner. Skinner went behind the net, played it to Henrique, who rushed a play in front of the net because he was put in a bad spot by Skinner playing that puck. But instead of trying to go off the boards or try and clear it off the glass, Henrique threw it up the middle. It was a good save by Skinner. And then McDavid almost splits the defense. And then Evander Kane, very late in the period, he scores with a few seconds left. It's his first goal in 22 games. I could not be happier for Evander Kane. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, his underlying metrics have been good. He's been snake bitten, but once he gets one, the floodgates are going to open. And then he ends up with another one later in the game, but I will talk about that. I love that for Evander Kane, and I thought he had a terrific game tonight as well. Probably his best game of the season, just in all 3 zones. Georgiev was struggling with the rebound control. The puck for Evander Kane's goal, McLeod took a slap shot. It bounced off of Georgiev in front of him. Kane kind of just skated into the puck, and it ended up going past and into the net. At the end of 2, it was 4-2 Oilers. The shots were 29-15 in favor of the Edmonton. And the expected goals, 3.3 to 1.05 after 2 in favor of the Oilers. A terrific 40 minutes of hockey, 20 more minutes to close this thing out. And did the Oilers play a solid 60-minute effort tonight? Yes, they did. The third period, they played great. They locked it down. They didn't give the Colorado Avalanche very much room to breathe out there. Third period, Hyman almost buries one early. Perry takes a puck to the face now, and he ended up going off the ice once again for some repairs, but he did return. He had been hit earlier in the game that kind of knocked the wind out of him as well. He was knocked down in front of the crease before he scored in the first period. That's the type of game that Corey Perry plays, though, and I love to see that. Trennan then takes McLeod down, and there was no call. And then Connor McDavid scores to make it 5-2 Oilers off a play with Bouchard. Love to see that for Connor McDavid. Gets a couple goals. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch up to Kucherov in the Art Ross race, but it is nice that he was able to get a couple goals tonight. We are still waiting for a few more assists so he can hit 100 there as well. And then a high stick on Wood gives the Avs their second power play of the night. Desharnais makes he saves a sure goal near the crease as Edmonton makes a great kill. Kulak then gets stopped on a 2-on-1 with Janmark. Bouchard then gets called for a slash on Trennan, so the Avalanche went back to the power play. Nuge and Ryan almost connected for a shorthanded goal. Another good kill for the Oilers, 3 for 3 on the night. McDavid was then denied on a partial breakaway, and then Evander Kane with his second goal of the game makes it 6-2 Oilers, completely cements and solidifies the win, and making sure that Edmonton clinches their playoff spot tonight. Draisaitl drew a power play for Edmonton late. The second unit pretty much stayed out the whole time. I think they were trying to get Evander Kane his hat trick, which would have been really awesome to see. Nuge then gets denied in close late. Skinner with a good stop on Parisi with 22 seconds left to play, and that does it. The horn sounds. The Oilers win. They clinch a spot in the 2024 Stanley Cup Playoffs. They gain 2 points on the Golden Knights, on the LA Kings. They're firmly solidified in second place in the Pacific. And as of right now, it looks very, very good that Edmonton will have home ice advantage in round 1. End of the game, 6-2 Oilers. The shots were 46-23 in favor of Edmonton. And the expected goals tonight were 5.1 to 1.3 in favor of the Oilers. This was Edmonton's best 60-minute effort all season long. Defensively, neutral zone, offensively, they smothered the Avalanche. Nathan MacKinnon, I think, was held to one shot all night. You absolutely love to see it. Edmonton played such a terrific game, and I could not be happier to see them in the playoffs again. My personal 3 stars. Third star, Mattias Ekholm. He had 1 goal, 1 assist, 4 hits, and a 78.32 expected goals for percentage. My second star of the game was Cody Ceci. He had 2 assists and a 90.52 expected goals for percentage. That was probably Cody Ceci's best game of the night. Who needs Sean Walker when you have Cody Ceci? Come on. We need to support Ceci when he plays like this. That was a really good game by Ceci. And first star, I'm giving to Evander Kane. He had 2 goals and an 89.9 expected goals for percentage. This was the best game of the season for Evander Kane. He had been sniffing around recently. He's been very snake bitten, but if he heats up now, this is the right time to do it. When you head into the playoff run here, I have a really good feeling with Evander Kane and just the Oilers in general after this performance. They proved tonight that this is how they can play, and as long as they play like that, they are going to be impossible to beat. Oh, I'm losing my voice. I'm so sorry. Next up for the Oilers is against the Calgary Flames tomorrow on Hockey Night in Canada at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What did you think about the game? Are you excited that Edmonton clinched their playoff spot tonight? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section below. Create a good discussion. I love reading everything. I love interacting and engaging. If you like today's video, make sure you hit like. And if you're excited for the playoffs and think Edmonton is going to win the Stanley Cup, make sure you hit subscribe. I have some very amazing content that I'm excited to share once we get into the playoffs. It's going to be very fun. The YouTube channel is going to pop off with all of you, and I could not be more excited. Before you head to bed tonight, make sure you tell someone that you love them. I'll see you tomorrow in the pregame report before the Oilers and Flames game. Have a wonderful night, Oil Country. Go Oilers. You deserve this. You deserve to feel good. Victory chain, playoffs. Let's get it. Let's fucking go.